Mm-hmm. Let me share this up real fast. Yeah, it takes a long time, man. It takes a long time to research these videos, research these plays, things like that. you know, uh, it does, man, and it's not, it's wild, it's weird, ain't weird. Let's see if I can try to condense this research here, or these plays, these videos, whatever you want to call it. It is pouring down, raining. I get ready to go to work in 2 hours. Um, Weather: Cleveland and Baltimore, hot with winds out to centerish at near 10 miles an hour. Philadelphia and Detroit. I don't see anything more than a few light raindrops. I'll give it green yellow just in case it comes heavier than what the models are showing, but I'm it's not expecting any trouble. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, one of my personal favorite games. I think it's the risk is really, you know what I'm saying, with Hunter Green up there. I really wanted to take Hunter Green strikeouts, but I'm gonna have to probably sit this one out. I can't lose no money on weather. Storm line moving in during the game, not a particularly not particularly uh, quick to clear either. Some sort of delay looks highly likely. A postpone is possible. New York Mets and New York Yankees and New York Mets. Warm winds out to left center at 10 miles an hour. Atlanta and St. Louis orange, increasing chances for storms. The later the later game ones. Uh, Models show slow moving pop ups firing in the general area during game time, but it's possible to know if they will fire on the ballpark or just near it. My bad, y'all. Talked to somebody who reached out for help. But you know what though? So the weather is Los Angeles Dodgers and the White Sox. Interesting one here. Legitimate flooding rains uh, should hold just south of the ballpark, leaving us able to play with this just some light drizzle. If that batch of flooding rain comes in a bit farther north, all bets are off and the game is a wash. But for now, I think we play without issues. And then Miami and Kansas City Royals. Uh, He says it has high rain chances, but I don't see it. Low chance of a straight pop up. Right. Important, very important to be on top of your weather, man. I mean that's important, man. Because if these pitchers get pulled out the game, then it is what it is. You know, it's terrible. Then that's terrible. That's definitely terrible. So today I'm not going to be. I'm trying to keep it down because, like I said, 4th of July, things like that. I'm going to try to, uh, condense it down because I do got channel membership people that, support me every day. With the 2.99 helps me keep the lights on, and stuff like that. Right. It's just if you want to support me. However, getting into these games here, uh, man, get into these games here. I'm not a big fan of this slate really bit that much, right? But I tell you, right, instead without going behind the scenes and showing you a lot of stuff here, um, what I could in certain spots I could, but Cleveland and Baltimore, right? We got an over under 9.5 in this spot. We got Logan Allen, we got Irvin, right? I think Allen. Let me see, because I think the last time he pitched, I don't. I think he missed a few games, right? Let's see. 1 second here. Let me get this up. Santana, yo, what up, my guy? What up? And to tell you guys, man, listen, um, straight bet, man. You know, straight bet everything first, then come back and parlay, right? Straight bet and narrow down your plays. Narrow down your plays. You know, I play a lot of volume. I play a lot of straights. I play a lot of volume. That's just how I roll. You're gonna have winning days. You're gonna have losing days, but you ain't gonna kill that. You ain't gonna kill that bankroll harder and quicker than you're gonna kill that. Then you're gonna kill that. You know, them straights. I mean, them parlays. You know what I'm saying? All right. So last time he pitched, hmm, okay, I must been seeing things. Okay, and that happens. You get tunnel vision and all this shit. Long story short, here, what I will say is, long story short, he said Cubs sold us at the end. I knew to cash out when they pulled steel. Right, and you know, and that just take what you like. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you like the Cubs to win that game or not, right, Santana? But I know I like Justin Steele. I know that's what I liked about that game. I know that's who I bet on, right? I took his strikeouts. I'm mad I couldn't. It's only 5.5 at plus money. I'm mad I couldn't. I did. I was at work. I'm mad I didn't ladder his strikeout to 8. He got 8, and then his pitching outs. You know what I'm saying? When you analyze the game, take what you like about that game. These money lines and shit is very, very hard. Yesterday I gave out 2. I told you I'm gonna parlay them 2, and I'm gonna bet them. I'm betting them straight. Philadelphia. I took Philadelphia 1.5. I put them in a 2-leg parlay. I took Philadelphia and Kansas City 1.5. I took I put them in a parlay, a 2-leg parlay. I took Philadelphia team total over because I knew they was gonna light his ass up. Bone, he was my top bet. Went all in on Bone, except for betting his straight home run. Like, take what you like about that game, what you really know is gonna happen. Bet on that. Bet on that. The Cubs. You say he held them down. They had them 4-2 until the eighth. The Cubs. What you need to know about the team. The Cubs bullpen is ass, right? Terrible. They've been giving up games for a while now. As soon as you take out the starting pitcher, the bullpen come in. That's why other things when you got a pitcher in there, and you can learn how to back the first 5. Give your pitcher a chance to win that first 5 innings, and that's it. Try to explore different things. First 5 is a nice first 5 innings. That's between both pitchers should last around 5 innings. If you got a pitcher that you think that they has lit up, you can take the other team in first 5. You know, so sometimes that alleviates the bullpen, right? Knocks the bullpen off the game. You get in, getting out. Don't say not saying you're gonna hit, but know how to identify when you need to use the first 5. They got first 3 bets, stuff like that too. Know when you got to identify. Know your personnel. That's what it all boils down to. Knowing your personnel. If you got a team with a bad bullpen, sometimes you can't take the full games. You have to take the first 5. So back to a starting pitcher and a starting pitcher only. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't take the full games. So meditate on that and probably try to add that to your arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Free tools like this, Fangraphs and stat, Baseball Savant. I also use, you know, Outlier. They do sponsor my channel, so it is what it is. Each one teach one. You already know the deal, bro. Patrick, what's up, my guy? Can't access. I can't access my YouTube because I can't remember my password. I bought a new phone today. Look at you winning so much money. You done bought a new phone because my other one is damaged. I can't play Prize Picks because don't remember my Yahoo. Pat, it's all right. You have Sleeper, and that's like a book, and you can make you some bets. Just shout out to you for when you're hitting your bets on Sleeper yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You could tease it down and get you to start doubling your money. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So, long story short, um, let me just run down these plays, right? Let me just run down these plays. Now, this first game, like I said, um, the righties, right? So I'm looking at the righties for Baltimore here. I expect runs to be put up in both of these here. I'm gonna go through here. I'm gonna just point them out right here. I didn't put them in my what's the name? I don't know what's the name. I didn't. I'm gonna end up. What I'm gonna end up doing though, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm going to end up, and that's why I love uh, um, um, ESPN Bet. I'm gonna have to take a look at these numbers real quick. Yes, sir. You can play sleeper. You can play sleeper. Sleeper is as close to a sports book you're gonna get to, man. In my opinion, with your alternates and things like that. I'm gonna come over here, um, and I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna bet these hits, runs, and RBIs. Right. I'm gonna tell you which ones I'm gonna take. So it's interesting, right? So they got to be fucking kidding me, right? I don't care if he hits this or not. Gunnar Henderson, I'm taking over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, right? Now I'll talk about Gunnar Henderson in 1 second because I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna rank my bats. But that's how they looking at, right? In fact, Ramirez, I'm taking it over. I'm taking all these straight because you can't parlay them up. I'm taking all these straights and I'm gonna live with the results. Um, Ramirez over 1.5. On baseball, I lay the juice at least up to minus 140. It is what it is. That's what you got to do. Santander, I'm taking it 1.5. Mountcastle, I'm taking it 1.5. Westberg, I'm taking it 1.5. Rushman, I'm taking a 1.5, bro. I would take Hayes too. I really would take Hayes, right? I would take Hayes. Now I'm taking now righties. The righties on both sides is who I really really like. Okay. So Freeman, I think Freeman is a righty. I couldn't talk you off the hits, runs, and RBIs with him, but I'm gonna pause. It's a plus 120. I'm not gonna lose any juice on that, right? I'm not gonna lose any juice on that no time soon. I want to see what these lineups look like because that's a real important, part of the game here, right? Um, Ramirez, I got to go right back to Ramirez. He's on fire, right? He's my top back. I know Quan is on another level right now, but I love Ramirez, right? The numbers and the research line up towards Ramirez. Can't not talk you off Quan, can't talk you off Naylor. In fact, I'm probably gonna bet Quan, right? I'm gonna end up betting this whole game, you know what I'm saying? And try to nail it. If I can't nail it, I can't nail it. That's just me. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So these here can't be parlayed unless you find them on Prize Picks. You can probably parlay them on Prize Picks, but Prize Picks know not to put what to put out there, what not to put out there. All these you have to bet straight, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I probably end up betting 7 or 8 of them straight. Probably looking to hit at least 5 of them, right? I hit 5 of them, I'll be profitable. Okay, and this is how baseball they put up runs. Okay, so what I will say is how I got these bats ranked. I'm not going to go into convulsions about each one, every last one of these bats, because I'll be all day. So, how I got these bats ranked is Mountcastle, Adley, Westberg, Santana, then Gunner. Right? We all know Gunner is the best bat out of all of them, but the righties get a bump today, right? And I couldn't talk you off a home run for Gunner, Santander, Westberg, Adley, Mountcastle, all of them. All of them can go out there and hit a home run. So I like all those bats, right? Ramirez is my top bat from Cleveland. So, it's solely because, and he's a switch. So he could get on either side, which is going to favor him, right? I like this game with an over under of 9.5. Good weather. I expect to, I'll be locked and loaded, sitting there live betting this game. Okay, Live betting this game. Once I bet all those straights, that shit is out the door. I'm sitting right there, just sitting there waiting, live betting. Can't wait till they start stringing up these runs because I could go live bet these motherfuckers right there, right there. Just I'm trying to win my money back on live betting, you know. So that's why I'm doing that, and I do play a lot of volume. Okay, I'm not encouraging a lot of volume, but I do play a lot of volume. Um, if I had to take two bats from that game, it would be, truth be told, I have to go back and look, but I want to say, damn, I have to go back and look because I didn't put them right here on outline, but I want to say Ryan Mountcastle and Jose Ramirez. But you got to be crazy if you giving me. So look, you got to be crazy. You giving me, y'all know that's my favorite prop. You giving me a hits, runs, and RBIs for Gunner at 1.5 at plus 145. You got to be fucking crazy. I don't care if you don't hit it. You got to be crazy. You got to be crazy. I'm taking that shit all day long, man. That's probably the top play for me. That's the tremendous value. Hits, runs, and RBI prop is beautiful. I love it. Um, now let's just go through the rest of these plays, right, and tell you my thoughts on some of these games. Philadelphia Phillies and Detroit Tigers. Wonderful pitching matchup here, right? I'm gonna tell you one thing about Scooble. If he was to ever get hit, this is the team that can do it. Okay, that's just self-explanatory. There's a few bats that are good play that are in play here. Alec Bohm, he's usually money versus lefties. Somehow his favorite split this year is versus righties, whatever the case may be. But hey, I couldn't talk to you about Trey Turner. How I seen him was Harper, Trey Turner, and Trey Turner, and Bohm. I think those top three bats. Detroit, I just couldn't dig out any bats. There was a couple guys. You could look at Verling. You can look at Verling. You can look at Verling. You can look at, I don't know. I'm not even gonna recommend any games here, right? Small lean towards the over 4.5 strikeouts for Ranger Suarez, right? And that's where I'm at with that. So who I got in the comments? I love the Phillies. Keep it, Scooby. What's up, Scooby? Just hollered at you. He said I love the Phillies, right? Cottrell says, and for those that's watching on Facebook, I can put your comments on the screen. I'm reading the comments on the screen, but that's on YouTube, right? In landscape mode and mobile mode. Finally catch it live without having to play back, right? Let's make some money today, boss. Okay. Can you put on a game? Can I put on a game? What you mean by that, Michelle? Can I put on a game? Ain't no games on. Yo, what's up, Select? What's up, Select? What's up, Select? All my YouTube family coming in, right? So, I like the outs. This would be a straight play if I go to his pitching outs here. This would be a straight play, right? Ranger Suarez, which today is not my favorite day. Um, Kobe says Harper, Bohm, Turner. Okay, I'll feel you on that. But the 4.5 strikeouts, I got love for it, right? He's hit this number at 11 to 15 games. It's a parlay piece right now. It is what it is. If you're looking for a straight, you can look at the over 18.5 out. You get it at plus 126. I got love for it. I just haven't pulled the trigger, so it's a strong lean. Shout out to Nola yesterday. I was all on his outs at 18.5, and I live betted him up to 7. That's where the money at, man. That's where the money at, right? I posted it on. I posted that. I posted that Boston game that I couldn't get to on the stream, and everything planned out like I said it was, right? Except for one bet, but I didn't even bet on him. It was Duran. It was Devers for me, right? Speaking of Duran and Devers, next game, I'm not a big fan of. Well, the next plays that I have here was the Toronto and the Boston Red Sox game here. We got over under 9.5 in this spot, and I just Gosman. I couldn't put a can't put a read on Gosman this year. and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I can't put a read on Gosman. Bayo could never put a read on him. We got over under 9.5. No weather issues here. What I'm looking at here is Rafael Devers, right? Jaron Duran and Vladdy, right? Those guys, I'm not even looking at them for nothing like that, for a hit parlay or something like that. At the end of the day, though, I am, what you say, people in the group have been sleeping. You've been printing money for the last 3 days. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. They don't know. Don't nobody know. Hey, I'm gonna keep on doing. I'm done. I'm done with trying to, trying to tell people or whatever the case may be. Uh, Select say he like them guys to go yard. Okay, so yeah, those are the guys. Those are the guys right there. I like them. I like these. I'm taking them for his runs and RBIs, man. Straight up. I'm taking them for his runs and RBIs. Those three, and I'm gonna leave with the results. 2 out of 3 would be really, really nice. 2 out of 3. I know for sure I'm taking and Duran and I know for sure I'm taking Duran and Devers. Want Devers to get a home. I want Devers to get hot, man. He might be getting ready to get hot. Hit a home run yesterday. That was nice. Latrell says, "Shit, I know. I'm blind. I tell you every day, no research needs to be seen." I feel you on that, man. I appreciate the love on that. So well, you can only take one of these from each game. You get a hits, runs, and RBIs at a minus 160 for Devers, and it's 2.5 at plus 120. 135 for Tyler O'Neill. That's a straight bet for me. I will lay the juice on that. 2.5 at plus 135. And then, like I said, Vlad Guerrero has been on one. So his is opened up at 2.5 at plus 105, 1.5 at a parlay piece, right? So I'll be, you know what, though? I ain't even going to lie. For this game here, I'm probably just going to throw these guys. You know what? Let me see. I am going to put them in a same game parlay as far as hits, and see if I can get one at least plus money for these three guys to get a hit. I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. All right, first and foremost. So for these three guys to get a hit, Vladdy, Durant, and Davis is a plus 123. Any one of those three guys, you can add them to your hit parlays. That's like a baseline. I would, all my bats that I give you guys every day definitely is a baseline. You know what I'm saying? That's a good baseline for uh, uh, like just hit parlays and stuff like that. I'll tell you the ones that I think that's gonna go boom, right? But at the end of the day, all three of those guys right there can go boom, straight up. All three of those guys can go boom. Um, Next game we're gonna talk about is going to be so the Seattle Mariners and Tampa Bay Rays game. We got an over under 7.5 in the spot right here. Zach Littell, he's in a wonderful strikeout spot. He doesn't have a lot of great K stuff though, right? So what I will show you guys, I will show you guys. Let's see, Zach Littell, because I know some of your guys gonna want to pull the trigger, right? So I want you guys to look right now. A garbage can does get a state. Some of these motherfuckers will go out there and go crazy with bad strikeout stats, okay? But I'm gonna show you some splits here and help you, let you figure it out, right? And the only thing I really want to point out here is, on at home, he's on the road. He's on no, let me see. He's at home, right? He's at home. So, mm, so at the end of the day, um, I had it mixed up. I'm sorry, I had it mixed up, right? I had it mixed up. And yeah, he's definitely on the streak. I got him in my player pool. I'm sorry, I got it mixed up. So I'm glad I went in and looked because I was about to tell y'all some bullshit. But for future references, they at home, right? So, um, at on the road, as you can see right here, it splits for future references on the road. Zach Littell is getting hit. 300 batting average to lefties and righties on the road, but he's at home right now. So his batting average is 278 and 228 to lefties and righties. However, on the road, his K percentage is 19 to lefties and 14 to 15 to righties. At home, his K percentage to right hand batters is 30% and at home to lefties is 19.6%. So now I got to reiterate my thought process. Now I like his strikeouts, right? Now I like his strikeouts. His strikeouts are sitting at what? 5.5. I think there's a chance. Let's take a look and see what he's been doing, right? So I gotta have to recap this all over again, man. And you know what? I don't know if I might still fade it. I was already ready to fade it. How can I? No, I ain't gonna fade it. I can't fade it. How can I fade it against? I'd rather take an L. I'd rather take an L than fade this strikeouts against this team. So he has the ability this season. He's went over this number 7 to 15 times. It's almost 50%, right? Now, where did he miss? Baltimore. Okay. Back to back games versus Baltimore. Okay. Atlanta, meh, right? And then Minnesota, his last game, might have ran across a hot Minnesota team, lit his ass up, some shit like that. Um, is he getting there when he's supposed to get there? The Dodgers, the Angels, Detroit, White Sox, the Mets. I give him credit against the Mets. Um, Boston, I don't know. Oakland, yeah, right. So he got in there when he's supposed to got in there, right? What about his pitches thrown? He's shown the ability to get to 100, right? Interesting, right? Now, what I do need to see is um, you gotta look at these motherfuckers inside out. Like we know these versus right hand pitching on the season, strikeout. Seattle number 1, right? What about the last 30 days? They number 2 versus Oakland. We've been picking on these guys, right? They number 2 in striking out. Last 2 weeks, how have they been, right? Seattle still number 1, striking out last 2 weeks. What about last 2 weeks on the road, right? Let's try to cross all our T's and dot all our I's. Number 2 on the road and 180 plate appearances, 98 WRC plus. Last 30 days on the road, um, last 30 days on the road, they fall to number 10, 109 WRC plus. That's last 30 days somehow they've been hitting, right? These are the little things that you really want to know. Last 7 days, let's rewind it back. What have you done for me lately? Last 7 days in um, 180 player appearances, 29% K rate, 98 WRC plus. They shown the ability to hit a little bit, so it is what it is, right? You're gonna get good plus money. It's favored to the under for his strikeouts. You're gonna get good plus money if he gets there, right? I might put a little something on the strikeouts. This 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 Tampa Bay Rays team will strike out as well. Don't know how I feel about going to Luis Castillo's 6.5 strikeouts. One thing I can tell you here, we can take a quick look at Castillo's um, splits real quick. I think his splits favor him a little bit more at home than on the road. I'll show you guys these splits, and I'll keep it moving, right? Um, so on the road versus lefties and righties, he's giving up a batting average of okay, 221 to lefties, 271 to righties. K percentage on the road versus lefties is 19%. On the road versus righties, 23.4. Um, do what you will with that information. You don't have to take strikeouts. You can also take pitching outs, right? 18 and a half for plus 144 for Castillo. I'm really tempted to take that. Zach Littell. So since we know he pitches kind of okay, the pitching outs could be in play for Zach Littell. I didn't look at that. Let's take a look at his pitching outs here. I think I like it. I do like it, right? I'm gonna end up taking a stab at this pitching outs. So I'll add this to my player pool over here. Add to my picks right here. Bam. I'm gonna take a stab at that. Now, another player that I'm taking a stab at would be at least for a hit parlay, we're looking at Yandy Diaz. He's a hot bat, hot candidate. He's a hot bat here. He's got a hit in 19 of his last 20 games, right? At least one hit. So we're looking at a hot batter. There's one for you right there, right? At the end of the day, from this game, so it is what it is, right? Uh, I don't know what I'm gonna do about them strikeouts for those guys. Castillo and Latel. I don't know what y'all thinking. Let me know what y'all thinking, man. Big weather concerns in this Pittsburgh Pirates game. I'll tell you this: if it was clear, I was taking Hunter Green Clay's strikeouts no matter what. But we got weather, right? We got weather. Make sure you look at that weather and make the right decision, right? We got weather. I'll read the weather to you again. Orange, Pittsburgh. Storm line moving in during the game. Not particularly quick to clear either. Some sort of delay looks highly likely. A postpone is possible. You can go over to his Twitter page and you can keep an eye out on the weather, right? He said busy MLB weather. As of now, Cincy is my biggest concern. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting for the weather. New York Yankees uh, at, 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 at at the New York Mets. We did have weather implications on that game. Warm winds out to left center at 10 miles an hour. Nope, I'm sorry. New York Yankees. Warm winds out to left center at 10 miles an hour. Now, we got Cole on the mound here. I don't know how many innings Cole's going to get pitched. Going to be pitched. This is his second game back. I would imagine they probably go a little bit light on him. This is a Subway series, right? So he might get another extra inning. I think he went 4 the first game versus Baltimore. It looked pretty good. This New York Mets team, they don't strike out that much, right? I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna give you guys a couple. I'm gonna give you guys a couple tips here, and y'all pointers, whatever you want to call it, and y'all could do what y'all want to do with this shit, right? So here's the thing, and we're gonna look at Cole, right? So you know this team historically he's pitched good versus them, okay? I'll give him that. Historically pitched good versus them, so that's one thing. Cole, what he is doing, um, and what he's always have done, right, is he's thrown that fastball a lot. Okay, so he's thrown that fastball a lot, and I'm gonna show you. So he's only pitched uh, one time this season, right? So while that's loading, I'll load up another page here because I want to show you guys something. Because you got some guys that like to bet underdogs and shit like that, So it is what it is. I'm more powerful for you. So we're not gonna look at this year. He only pitched one game this year, right? But his still trend numbers still trending that way. So last year versus right hand pitching batters, he threw the fastball 52% of the time. Okay. Um, this year, and then towards lefties, that was to righties. Now we're gonna filter to lefties, right? Um, last year, and then that game that he pitched, that one game he pitched this year, he threw the fastball 50% of the time to lefties. Then on the season last year to lefties, he threw that fastball 54% of the time. From capping this shit every single day, one thing that I do know that one, this team don't strike out a lot, but you can overlook that with great pitchers, which Cole is a great pitcher. He's just liable. He might come here and strike their ass out. But if you're looking at numbers, things of that nature, um, we're looking at the fastball, and we're looking at the New York Mets, okay? And then we're just going to leave it at minimum 10 plate appearances. We're going to update that, and we're going to filter it by batting average here. They got some guys that can hit the fastball, right? They got some guys that can hit the fastball, especially hit it for power. You know what I'm saying? But you got to see who's going to be in the lineup. JD Martinez, he's got 702 slugging on that fastball. Harrison Bader can hit that fastball if he's in the lineup. at a 286 clip with a 339 slugging or whatever the case may be. Um, Lindor 270 against that. Pete, he's got power coming against that. Only 260 batting average, but he got 649 slugging against that fastball. So Nemo, who's been on fire as of late, I think he's on a nice hit streak. So it is what it is. On the New York Yankees side, I can't talk you off anything, right? Soto, he's cooled off. I get a pitcher lean towards Yankees, either way it go. Not a big fan of Peterson. He's had some okay games. Soto's cooled off. He can get right back into the mix at any given time. And then you got Judge, right? You got Judge. Shit, you got Judge. I don't have a side in that game. I really wanted to pull the triggers on the Yankees at a minus 142. I love that number. I ain't gonna say I love it, but I like the number, and I can put a little something with that just to knock the juice down. But it is what it is. All right, Atlanta Braves and St. Louis Cardinals here. I don't have too much for this game, truthfully. We got an over under 8.5 in this spot. We know Ozuna is in play. One bet that semi stood out to me was going to be Olsen, right? Head to head versus Gibson, I think Olsen is 10 for 24 with, I think, 4 home runs. So Olsen he's in there, right? I put him in there. It is what it is, right? I ain't even getting ready to, I'm not even going to mess with none of the St. Louis bats today. I'm going to look at Olsen in this one here. Ozuna, Olsen. Yeah, Alec Burson was hot. He was hot. I went to him yesterday, did what he had to do. Mason Wynn sold me, though, but Alec Burson got that for me. But he's been hot. Alec Burson has been hot. He's a hot bat. If you guys want to get to Alec Burson, be my guest, right? Definitely be my guest. I can show you guys some numbers for Alec Burson. So shout out to Santana for that. But let's see. Especially at where they at? They at home too. Oh yeah, he's really been on fire at home. Well, I liked a lot of his pitch mix at home, right? Um, I just didn't put him into my player pool, man. I did not. I wanted to try to keep it kind of narrow, but it is what it is, right? At least, even if you just want to look at it for at least one hit, he's got a one hit in 15 or 20 games. The hits, runs, and RBIs. That's been lit, right? He's hit his hits, runs, and RBIs at in 12 of his last 20 games. That's good, man. Last 10 games, he's hit his hits, runs, and 6 of 10, including 5 of his last 6 hits, runs, and RBIs. Sitting at 1.5 at minus 120. You know, only reason I backed off of them because they got a pretty nice pitching matchup in Lopez. Lopez, I couldn't talk you off Lopez pitching outs here. I really wanted to get to his pitching outs at 16 and a half. His favorite to the over at minus 132. It's a lean. I didn't pull the trigger. Um, I'm just, I'm really thinking about pulling the trigger for a home run for Olsen. I can say I think he's due or whatever. The numbers don't fully support it, but the history does. I mean, 10 for 24 with 4 bombs. He clearly knows something about Gibson. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't talk you off him, for hits, runs, and RBIs all the way up to a home run. Okay. So I'll leave it at that, right? Keep it moving. All right. So the Colorado Rockies. And as you guys can see, if you're on YouTube, you can see my thumbnail right there. I love that picture, bro. That shit is funny as hell to me. Um, you should see how tall uh, Alvarez is over Altuve. This shit is comical, right? And I got another picture where Judge is standing over Altuve. Looks like a monster, bro. Look like a straight monster, man. Altuve is at Judge's waist, like that shit was funny as hell. At the end of the day, though, I'm gonna tell you what I like about this game here. Uh, Hunter Brown, his K's set pretty high, bro. They set pretty high, 7.5. I'll be altering it down, even though I think he can get there. I like his outs. Give me his outs as a parlay piece at 17.5. I got that penciled in. His pitching outs are one over pitching outs for Hunter Brown. Let's see if he gets there for me, right? Let's see. I'll give you guys some numbers here. Hunter Brown, he's already in my player pool there. Um, His pitching outs, he's hit this number in 6 straight games, right? So I couldn't talk off of that. Y'all see the reasoning why I'm going there. And then, but I got tons of reasons I can show you. I just don't want to go pushing all those buttons today. Strikeouts. He's hit this number twice, right? Sometimes I'll laugh better if he's hot, if he come out hot. 7.5, that's already his ceiling, right? That's already his ceiling. So I'm like, fuck it, man. Uh, pitch count pitches. He hasn't thrown 100 pitches yet. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. He hasn't thrown 100 pitches yet. I like to see a few hundreds in there. But yeah, bats. Um, bats for me is uh so going up against a lefty here. And what I will tell you, let me see something here. Player strikeouts. Also, Gomber's strikeouts sitting at 3.5 at plus money, right? So, can he get there? Probably so, right? But is he going to get there? I fucking don't know, right? You know what I'm saying? I'll put this little on y'all brain. Versus left hand pitching, Houston on the season, they rocking a 15.9% K rate, right? With a 106 WRC plus. They not striking out. They're not striking out versus lefties. That's on the season. How about the last 30 days? Last 30 days, um, Houston, 15.8% K rate, 85 WRC plus. They just ain't been striking out like that. Last 14 days versus left hand pitching, Houston, they crept up to 20%. Still below average, 71 WRC plus. WRC plus is weird. That's just indicating that they haven't been hitting lefties that well, but they haven't seen. That's a small sample size because you don't see a lot of lefties. So I'll leave it right there. Right, I'll leave it right there. Um, Gomber, I didn't look at his numbers. How about we just go look at his numbers to see how frequently he's hitting his 3.5 strikeouts? Okay, because I didn't look that up. Might be able to get a parlay piece for under here, right? In a lotto parlay or some fun. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Also come um, strikeouts. Okay, so his strikeouts sitting at 3.5. He's hit this number seven. He's 50% to this number. So he's showing the ability to not get there. Versus Houston right here, he only had 2 strikeouts. Houston beat up on him, I guess, right? What my guy say? D, what's good, homie? Been subscribed to you for over 16 months, and I love your knowledge. Not an MLB guy, but because of you, I feel confident to start. Just lost my own job and want to start a builder. Any good 3 picks? Ooh, ooh. First of all, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you being subscribed for quite some time. For a 3 pick, huh? 3 pick, a 3 pick, a 3 pick. We're gonna get to a 3 pick. We're gonna get you a 3 pick. We're gonna get you a 3 pick. Um, something a 3 pick. What are you on the books or something like that? We can try to get at least early plus money. Something that you make money, man. And like I said, straights is the way to go. Straight up, straights. I do play a lot of value, but there's a possibility that he can't get there, right? Head to head versus this team. Okay, so once he hit this number once last year, and then he went had 2 strikeouts this year, right? So hey, just it could be an under. One thing about ESPN Bet though, I bet you can go up and under. I bet. Let's see. Let me see. If you're trying to get to early plus money, and you can figure it out on ESPN Bet. You can figure it out. You can figure it out. Let me see what they got for his strikeouts. If you can get an under 4.5 here, then I'll jump on that. At least for a parlay piece, right? Gomber, 3.5. The bankroll builder right here, 4.5. I'll G for that. Under 3.5 at minus 150. Hmm. Okay. You say on FanDuel, but player props, but I'm more willing to follow you. Okay, we'll figure something out. So at the next bats here, Gamba's giving up to righties and lefties, whatever the case may be. Loving this spot here for Alvarez and Altuve. So I got both of those guys penciled in, Alvarez and Altuve, right? Altuve popped at the top. Alvarez popped at the top. Altuve popped on the bottom, and we're right up under him. For some reason, I like Altuve's numbers a little bit better, but we'll leave that for another story, right? One thing I will say, it could be a possibility that Altuve could be heating up. Um, when you look at the hits, um, he had 2 hits last game. One of those hits was a home run, right? So, um, when baseball players are streaky, if you want to, you want to catch them early, right? So that's what I like right there. Altuve and I'm going through them right now. Altuve and for sure. Altuve and what's the kid's name? Jordan Alvarez. Um, Next game here, like self-explanatory. I ain't even going. I'm gonna just go over the bats. At the end of the day, I'm gonna like Dodgers to win this game. But I'm gonna go for these bats here. I was looking at Otani and Freeman, but I think I'm gonna put Freeman above Otani today. But they just 1As and 1Bs, right? So I'm gonna bet them both either way it go. At least put them in hit parlays or something like that. Hits, runs, and RBIs, stuff like that, right? That's what I'm gonna do with those two guys. Miami Marlins at Kansas City Royals. Kansas City Royals should win this game. I was all over the hits, runs, and RBI. I was all over the 1.5 yesterday. Money line parlays and the strikeouts and the pitching outs. We hit the strikeouts. We didn't get the pitch outs. Did a 2-leg parlay, Kansas City and Philly, and then I did a 2-leg parlay, um, Kansas City and Philly, 1.5, and I took both of those 1.5 straights. I almost hit everything except for the pitching outs. It is what it is. Strikeouts, he was just striking the ass out. Seth Lugo is on the mound here, right? Um, what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to take Seth Lugo's pitching outs and close my eyes and hopefully he gets there, right? Um, it comes a point in time where this Miami does get pesky in like the third or fourth inning and just run the fucking pitching count up on you. Like that's crazy, right? It's crazy. But on the season, he's hit this number 9 of his last 16 times, 18 and a half pitching outs. I like it. Even I've hit off of him plenty times. If he don't get there, I'm gonna end up taking an L. So I'm taking it over 18 and a half pitching outs. I'm gonna hold my head down and I'm gonna bet it, right? Fuck it, right? The strikeouts is where I'm iffy at. His strikeouts sitting at 5.5 at plus 118. I just don't know if I want to pull a trigger there. He's 5-16 to this number on the season. I looked at the numbers; it didn't pretty look sexy to me. I didn't do a split with it. I want to take a split down the middle right here. Take these versus right hand pitching on the road and take a good look at Miami one more time. Miami versus right hand pitching on the road. Uh, Over the course of the season, 23% K rate, 80 WRC plus. I like the 80 WRC plus. That looks like that's a good thing. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's a good thing to lean on for your pitching outs. Last 30 days on the road versus righties. Miami. Oh shit! Last 30 days on the road versus righties. Who do they go against that shot them up to number one strikeout rate with a 71 WRC plus? I don't know. That probably explains why his strikeouts are up to 5.5. That's the last 30 days. I need to go see who the fuck they who pitched against them. Last 14 days versus righties on the road, 30% number one. Now we're getting somewhere, right? 52 WRC plus and 121 plate appearances. 52 WRC plus is one like the second or third most least I've ever seen. That's terrible, right? So now I'm starting to think, right? Now I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think, should I Should I take his should I take the strikeouts and the pitching outs? But what I will do, I will leave y'all with that information right there. I'll leave y'all with that information right there. I don't know. I'm taking his pitching outs. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do with his strikeouts. All right. What I did say yesterday, and I was a kind of geek because we did have Reagan's on the mound. I did say I'm going to target, and ooh man, like that home run parlay I posted, man. I hit it was 3 of 5, man. Somebody commented on my shit like Gunner almost knocked one out. Devers, Gunner, Cruz. I forgot who they was. Went 3 of 5 though. I was mad because I didn't straight bet any of them for home runs. Oh, and Bone. Bone, he was just my guy yesterday. He was my top batter today. Either way it go, yeah. I said at Kansas City Royals, I'm gonna test the theory of Kansas City Royals at home because on the road they fucked me up on the road. I said I'm gonna take this test the theory of Kansas City Royals on the at home. So it's not a play that I'm giving out. But since I took the 1.5 yesterday, of course I'm gonna sprinkle on the 1.5 today. Okay, at a -102. I just thought about it. I should have been bet it, but I'm not gonna bet a lot. But I'm sprinkling on the -1.5. I'm looking for them to try to get back hot again, right? Bats. Bobby Witt is, he's in play. Uh, I really wouldn't need him for a home run yesterday to hit my round robin. That would have been 4 or 5. I really needed him to hit a home run yesterday. All right, but Bobby Witt. More focused on Kansas City winning this game. So even if you look at the first 5 or something like that, it is what it is. I don't know. All right, but I'm back. I can back. I can see myself back in Lugo here. Um, Texas Rangers at Milwaukee Brewers, right? Um, here's what I was looking at here. Corey Miller said he like Witt. I'm gonna have to go back to Witt. Then a hit parlay or something. So here's what I was looking at here. We got an over under 9 in the spot. Neither one of my favorite pitchers, right? Neither one of my favorite pitchers. Okay. So let me show you guys how I came to this play. Okay, and just this is basically how I come to all my plays. You know what I'm saying? It's still so, and I do have a model, but it didn't. This shit it didn't pop, right? And I have to explain this to y'all. This did not pop. This did not pop, right? So we're looking at the lefties, right? Haney is a lefty, okay? Um, this is who I liked, and I don't solely go off models. You know what I'm saying? And the model did not like him, okay? So versus left-hand batters, he's throwing 3 pitches. He's throwing that four seamer 63% of the time towards lefties. He's giving up 1 home run, batting average at 267. Then he's pitching that slider at 35% of the time, right? 278 batting average, 370, 343 expected, right? These are the only 2 pitches he's throwing. He's only threw a changeup 2 times. Not a lot of pitches, right? He's only throwing them 2 pitches. So, um, if I'm a lefty, of course, I'm talking. You know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Christian Yelich, right? So from the scouting report, I'm only meditating on these 2 pitches. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the one that I like, right? He only throw 2 pitches. That's it to lefties. He's throwing 2 pitches. I'm waiting on the one that I like, right? So we're gonna look at the pitches, right? This is a lefty-lefty matchup, okay? So um, this is Christian Yelich. This is Andrew Heaney. Andrew Heaney, 63% fastball to lefties for 240 for 267 batting average. Christian Yelich versus lefties. Um, the fastball. He's batting 333 with a 329 expected, 619 slugging, 647 expected slugging, and 2 home runs. And like I said, a 333 batting average. The next pitch that he's throwing, Haney, is the slider. Yelich versus the slider. He's only got a 125 batting average. Expected batting average is at 229. He's terrible versus the slider. But me, if I'm Christian Yelich, I'm laying. I'm laying on him. They already know. They talk about this shit every day. These are professional baseball players. He's throwing 2 pitches. Christian Yelich is laying on his fastball. As soon as Christian Yelich see this fastball, he's going to try to hit this motherfucker with everything he got. Okay? I know you would too. Right? So, I'm like, okay, this is what I can see myself liking that. I can see myself liking that. What's the straw that breaks the camel's back? So I'm gonna go look at his splits. I'm gonna go look at Christian Yelich's splits, right? See what he's been doing, how he's been doing it, and where he's been doing it at. Um, so he ain't always had lefty splits, but this one here kind of looks pretty good, right? So at home versus lefties. Might be a small sample size. I can show you guys whatever. 21% K rate. Batting average is 464. On base percentage 531. Slugging 571. OPS 1100. His isolated power is down though. Isolated power is down at 107. Probably don't have no home runs versus him. It is what it is. You can take total bases, whatever. That's if you like to play. WRC plus is 218. Monster numbers. Monster numbers. I didn't look at the plate appearances at home. Don't have many at bats, right? Don't have many at bats. No, let's just go at home versus lefties. Don't have many at bats, right? Don't have many at bats, but if that's trending, then that's trending, right? If I'm gonna make yes, I'm getting ready to make a play on it. Am I gonna be mad if I take an L on it? No, because the shit lined up. The shit lined up. The shit lined up. It is what it is. If I take the L, I take the L. Home versus lefties. This motherfucker batting 464. Fuck you mean? Shit. I'm taking that. Now, historically, let's talk about some historically shit. William Contreras, historically, him and his brother, Wilson Contreras, smashed lefties, historically, right? They smashed lefties. Somehow, William Contreras' numbers is down versus lefties. But remember, historically, he Hulk smashes lefties. In the model, he was number 2. Like, in the model, he was number 2. Yelich was way down at the bottom. But I'm like, I can't just not look at one of the best left-hand batters in the league. So I'm telling you, Wilson Contreras was number 2 bat in this game. Yelich was number fucking 8, 9, or 10. I'm betting with Yelich. I might put Wilson Contreras and William Contreras in a parlay or something, but it is what it is. Top bat that popped was Corey Seager. We know he's good at baseball, right? The numbers didn't look as sexy as Josh Smith, right? So Josh Smith numbers look pretty good to me, okay? So I like Josh Smith, Christian Yelich. The model like Corey Seager, William Contreras, right? 2 and 2. You can probably put both of those motherfuckers in a parlay, a hit parlay, whatever the case may be. Rhys Hoskins, definitely a home run candidate. He's a power hitter. I think it's one pitch, maybe that fastball. If he catch that fastball, he's gonna kiss it goodbye. Shit like that, right? Another guy that popped was Willie Adames, right? But I'm not betting on him. Okay. We got over on the 9 in the spot. I'm not a fan of neither one of these pitches. We might see runs get put up in here. I don't know, right? Big Neck. What's his name? Adolis Garcia hit a home run yesterday. He probably could be hot today. Who knows? Next play. Next game. Oakland Athletics and Los Angeles Angels. And I can't even lie. I didn't even see this fucking game. I went right on over it. I didn't even see it. I'm sorry. I didn't even see it. Sometimes you get tunnel vision. I might have got a phone call, whatever. I don't know. So I'll do a post about that. I'll do a post about that. Just like I did a post about that that Boston game yesterday. I hope y'all could have made some money. Um, Washington Nationals at San Diego Padres. Gore has been really, really good. Profile came through for us last night at the end. What about that ground rule double to hit to win the game? Listen, um, Gore is a really good pitcher. The numbers line. I'm going right back to the well. Anytime profile versus lefties at home, the splits, all that shit lined up. Going right back to profile, man. Going right back to profile, at least for hit parlays, man. Straight up. Um, don't know how I feel about Gore, his strikeouts and stuff like that. I didn't really look at it like I supposed to have. Um, so this is not a heavy strikeout team, but Gore can go in there. He's good at baseball. He probably can go in there and strike him out. We'll see, right? And I'm not mistaken. Gore is better on the road. Another guy, a guy who is better on the road is this Minnesota Twins and Arizona Diamondbacks game, Ryan, right? Going up against this Arizona Diamondbacks team, I didn't even check to see what his strikeouts was, right? Let me see. Ryan can get Joe Ryan can give up the home runs too, though. He can give up a home run. 6.5 at plus money, favored to the under. I don't know how I feel about that, bro. I don't know how I feel about that. But one thing I do know what I feel about is how good I feel about is I mean, Royce Lewis. He can't be. I can't deny him. I looked at his number and I said I'm finna fade Royce Lewis today. But then when I looked at his numbers, the numbers are so fucking good, right? Like his power numbers are just undeniable. So I can't fade him, man. It ain't like I'm like if I don't go give him out, he's still in play. So he's not a bat that I'm giving out, but I'm still playing him. Okay, whatever that how if that makes any sense. He's good at baseball, bro. That's that good, right? So I'm looking at Royce Lewis at least for a hit right there. Um, I don't think I have anything else in my player pool. Let's see. Otani Freeman, Seth Lugo, Yelich, Reese Hoskins, Josh Smith, Profar. Oh, CJ Abrams. I'm sorry. Love CJ Abrams. Anytime. I like him anytime. I like him. I like CJ Abrams today. Royce Lewis, Yandy Diaz, Eckletel. Oh, and if you just got to get a bat from the Cubs game, I would only take him for a hit. That's if you got to get a bat. Later on today, and you're looking for some action. Later on at night, you can look at um, Ramos. All right, hello, Ramos. Right. So I'll go through them again. Right. So let's see. So I'll go through them again. MLB. Oh shit! Every time I see this Cleveland game, it's weird, man. This game here, I expect sparks just flying this motherfucker, especially coming from the Baltimore Orioles side. Um, so what I'm gonna look at here is, I told you guys in the beginning, of the game, I didn't even list these bats. But the righties, man, the switches, the righties, I love them. And then with Gunner on top, right? The righties with Gunner on top. I like Mountcastle, Ramirez, Westberg, Rushman. Um, Quan is just good. He's in play for sure. Um, Austin Hayes, like Gunner, like all the motherfuckers, man. They in play. They all popped really, really good. I couldn't even decipher which one I liked, man. Straight up. So maybe a team total over for Baltimore, and that's probably sitting at 5.5. When it sits at 5.5, it's hard for me to get to a 5.5. Uh, so let's see. Baltimore team total 4.5, man. I'm taking that. Give me that. Give me that 4.5, man. I didn't even look. I thought it was gonna be 5.5. I could be wrong, but I'm taking the 4.5, right? That means I need them to go in there and give me 5 runs. If you just don't know who gonna hit, but you know runs gonna be put up, you can take the 4.5. And if you think they're gonna put up a bunch of runs, you can ladder them, right? If you think they're gonna put up 7 runs, you can take them for 7 runs at plus 220. You think they're gonna get them? And these are good live bets too. They jump out to 3 runs in the beginning, and and they lined up with your research. Oh, you confident now? Oh, 3 runs in the first inning. Yeah, let me take them for 8. You know what I'm saying? At plus 340. Let me take them for 9 or 10, some shit like that. You can live bet that all the game long. But yeah, I'll take the 4.5. I'll take the 3.5 at parlay pieces, right? At minus 250. I'll take that in parlays, right? So over 4.5. That's what I'm looking at. I like the team total over 4.5 there. They're just gonna have to fuck me up, right? Team total 4.5. I like those bats. Jose Ramirez, love Jose Ramirez. Love him, right? I think it's Mountcastle and Jose Ramirez will probably be my what was the two tops, right? And then Gunner and then the rest of the righties, right? I know people gonna rejoice when Gunner hit a home run. Straight up, that shit gonna be wild. Boy, I wish I really needed him yesterday. So Ryan Mountcastle and Jose Ramirez was the top two that from each game. Suarez, the over 4.5 strikeouts, strong lean. If I'm betting a straight, it's going to be the over pitching outs. I couldn't talk you off the bats here, the main bats for versus Scuba. Um, 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 Schwarber's been good versus lefties. He will strike out, all that, right? No one's first inning is in play here. Even if you're looking for a bankroll builder, you can go with the under 1.5 runs in the first inning here as well. Um, Zach Littell, man, I'm tempted to go to his strikeouts. I'm taking his pitching outs. I'm just gonna have to get hit upside the head. So give me the over pitching outs on that one there. The minus 120, I think that's a reasonable number. Hopefully he don't get his ass tore up. Tampa Bay, and then his strikeouts, his undeniables. Of what these guys been striking out, man. This game, you have to pay attention to the weather here, man. If this game plays, then of course I love the strikeouts for Hunter Green. Sitting at 7.5 at plus 120, I would take it there, but I'm not because of the weather. I can't stand. I mean, if it's a delay, it's over. It's over. Um, hitters here. Uh, Vladdy, Devers, Duran, right? Don't have too much for this Yankees game. I ain't even finna lie though. Even on the road, man, fuck it. Yankees are nothing, right? Not nothing I'm getting ready to bet on. I like Olsen in this one here. Um, Alec, I forget it. Burleson, he's swinging a hot bat. Showed that to you all. I like Olsen here, man. Just solely off the BVP, right? 10 for 24 versus Gibson. I think that's good enough for me, right? I think that's good enough for me. 4 home runs versus him. I like Olsen here in this spot. Altuve, um, Alvarez, and pitching outs for Brown. Minus 275. I just can't lay no minus 225, 75. That's getting close to fade territory here. Um, Nothing like a close game in Houston losing that shit at the end for a plus 225. You know what I'm saying? A close game, right? Like a close game, like whatever. Dodgers, money line parlays, run line straights. Definitely Freeman and Otani. I damn near want to take Freeman over Otani, but Freeman and Otani, okay? You can do them in a hit parlay, whatever the case may be. Seth Lugo, pitching outs, and I can talk off his strikeouts. I like them both. Pitching outs, good money there. Straight bets. Straight bets. And I'm taking Kansas City Royals 1.5 as a heat check. Money line parlays, run line straights, right? Heat check for me on that. I told you. Back to this game. It's probably going to be Yelich and Seager. Yelich owes me money, right? And so I'm waiting for that time to I'm waiting for that time, right? Yelich owes me money. What is this fucking home run prop sitting at? In this past 420, I think that's worth a sprinkle, right? 680 for a home run for Christian Yelich. Altuve or Yordan a hit each or two total bases. And Freddie a hit. I love Bobby Witt Jr. game too, but he been in a little slump later. Yelich Seager, yeah. So me, if y'all watch me a lot, I don't bet a lot of total bases. My guys that I like to bet home that I like for home runs, people that I like for home runs, I don't bet a lot of home runs either. I bet total bases. So if you own FanDuel, you can come back here to battle props. For your home run guys that you like, they let you go up to 5 total bases pre-flop, right? 5 total bases, up to 5 total bases pre-flop. As you can see, you can get 5 total bases for Christian Yelich at plus 1,000, right? That's like that's like so. I like to take total bases because sometimes you take a motherfucker for a home run, they go up there and hit for everything but the home run, right? So, um, now in your regards, Rich, you said total bases. Me personally, what I bet, I like what I bet hits, runs, and RBIs over bases because my style of betting. When I'm betting on a when I'm betting on a when I'm betting on a let me show you. Because me, I'm a little bit better with predicting game flow, right? Whether it's basketball, pace up matchup, same thing. MLB, pace up matchup, runs, traffic on the bases. So a 9.5 and a 9.5. Where else? For this Toronto game, oh, I see a 9.5 for this Boston for the Dodgers game and this Miami game. First I need to do is decipher where the runs are coming from. Then I'm going over here and I'm the bats that I like because there's gonna be traffic on the bases. I'm betting hits, runs, and RBIs then, right? So this is my FanDuel don't offer this bet. That's the thing. You can only bet these straight, and you can put them in parlays. I hit like 2 or 3 of these parlays yesterday, hits, runs, and RBI. So, uh, long story short, I would come over here and like hits, runs, and RBIs. You can get 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for Altuve at minus 175, and they give you the option to take 2.5 as well. So that's what I'm working with. What software lets you put comments on the screen and go split screen? Um, OBS, bro. OBS. Free shit. Free shit. Just gotta know what you're doing. Coming on here trying to roast me like that. Y'all see that shit, man? Hell no. T Rex. I don't even know. I don't even know T Rex, man. I'm gonna have to bring your ass on live and we have a roasting session since you want to get out. It's all love, bro. OBS, and then if you find me somewhere, I can help you figure out the right plugins and stuff like that. It's nothing. I want everybody, but that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So you said, Altuve, Jordan, a hit, 2 total bases each. I would. So Jordan, I mean, shit, Jordan, you can look at total and Altuve, Jordan, you can look at total bases, whatever. He's gonna, he can hit home runs and shit like that. Altuve too. It's just what I recommend. Um, I recommend. I recommend. Let's see. Since I'm right here on them, what would we get their hits for? So we won't get a good number just for 2 hits for those 2 guys. We won't get a number just for 2 hits for those 2 guys. That's a minus 137. If you can put something else with it and get plus money, just about anything else with it and get plus money, um, um, I don't know which one to recommend for total basis, man. That's what I'm getting down to it. That's what it boils down to. But I like them. I don't know which one to recommend for total basis. I don't bet a lot of total basis. When I bet total basis, I'm betting 3 or more because those are my home run candidates, right? So long story short, if I had to take total bases, it would probably be Jordan. It would probably be Jordan because he would be a home run candidate for me. Now, like I said, Altuve could be heating up. Who else you said? Um, Freddie and Otani is two total bases candidates. Uh, Bubba Witt Jr. He's a total bases candidate. But baseline hits, man, baseline hits, right? Baseline hits. Games that predicted to put up a lot of uh, runs, then you can look at hits, runs, and RBIs for those batters. Salute D. I think they should move the White Sox games to Florida. Cubs blew up another one. Yeah, that bullpen for the Cubs is terrible, man. Terrible, terrible. Where were we? Oh yeah, Yelich. So I told you guys, not a sleeper bat, but I do like Josh Smith, man. I do like Josh Smith. I like the numbers. I mean, you can at least hit parlays, whatever. I like Josh Smith. Uh, this Oakland game I didn't look at. Um, Profar and C.J. Abrams. Um, uh, Royce Lewis. If you just got to get it back from here, it'd be Hilloy, right? So that's where I'm at with that. Um, you guys can look at it at the end. I'll scroll back through it for you guys. You can look at it right here. Ranger Suarez. I'll scroll through it slowly for you guys. So at least you have an end shot to just to look at, who the bats were. If you just want to come back to the video just to look, there they are right there, right? Um, I see your mindset on total bases. Yelich, Jordan, Profile, and Freeman in the hit parlay. Yelich, Jordan, Profile, Freeman. Yeah. Only thing about the profile is, what's the name? He's a good pitcher, so I can see it being a dog fight. But I'm betting him. I'm betting him. I can see it being a dog fight. Profile, I probably would look at hits. We don't have a what's the total in this game? Only a 7.5 total. Oh, wait a minute. What's the total in that game? 7.5 total. I would look at a hit at least, and at least just a hit, and a 7.5 total. Um, a 9 total here with this Milwaukee game. Definitely, I look at hits, runs, and RBIs. Um, a 9.5 total hits, runs, and RBIs with those bats. A 9.5 total hits, runs, and RBIs. Total basis, whatever the case may be. 8.5 total here hits, hit/hits, runs, and RBIs for the batters. 8.5 total here. Olson, because he can hit the hits, runs, and RBIs with one swing of the bat. 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, or hits. Total bases, he can clear that with one swing of the bat. He's got the pop. Um, Devers, 9.5 total here. Gosman on the mound, on the road. I don't fucking. We don't know what Gosman you're gonna see. Okay, I'll swap out profile for Olson on just a hit. Like I do like Olson because the history, 10 for 14, four bombs. I like it. It is what it is. Um, Duran. I can make a case for Duran numbers looking better than uh, Devers numbers here, right? So I like both of them. And then Valley has been on one. Um, 19 game, 20 game hitting streak for Yandy Diaz here. Uh, I don't know if you really want to be fucking around with these Philly bats and these Detroit bats in this good pitching matchup. And then, man, there's so many bats in play for this Baltimore game. Like, uh, yeah, I like hits, runs, and RBIs for Ramirez for sure, man. And oh man, you got to. I mean, they just dangled that shit in my face, man. They give me plus 140 for his runs and RBIs for plus 140 for his runs and RBIs for uh Gunnar Henderson. Like you got to be crazy, man. I'm taking that even on the L. That day we talked about Abbott, he got the yeah. That's what I shouted you out, man. He had 8, man. I shouted you out. I shouted you out, man. I came on the next day. I was like, shout out to the whoever was on Abbott, man. He got there. He got down. All right, man. I'm out of here, man. I appreciate y'all sliding though, man. I appreciate y'all sliding. My little core group, man. We gonna have to go out to eat someday or some shit, man. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? You said 4 bombs. I think he's got 4 bombs versus him. Let me give you the numbers exactly versus Gibson. Olsen versus Gibson. Let me give you the numbers exactly, right? Um, I could even tell y'all who the model likes, right? I'll give you guys that too. Okay, I'll give you guys that too. Not my favorite slate of games today. I'll give you guys that too. Okay. Um, um, mm, mm. So he is batting 417 versus Gibson, 10 for 24, 4 singles, 2 doubles, and 4 home runs. That's Matt Olson, right? That's Matt Olson. I'll rattle off the let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, right? It's a bunch of bats down there, man. They ain't, a lot of bats that I like didn't even make the top 25, man. Y'all want to hear the top 25 bats they like? I'll give y'all the top. I tell they don't want me to show. I show y'all the top 25 bats they like, right? And versus the ones I've said, right? So the top 25 bats they liked was Otani, Alvarez, Devers, Will Smith, Corey Seager, Freddie Freeman, Judge, Bobby Witt, William Contreras, Jaron Duran, Matt Olson, Brian Reynolds, Jazz Chisholm, Spencer Horwitz, like what? Vladdy Guerrero, Vladdy, Josh Smith. I like Josh Smith. Taylor Ward, Anthony Volpe, Soto, Royce Lewis, Altuve, Abrams, Massey, Castro, Rooker. The guys that wasn't in that top right there, I'll give you these. Some that stood out to me that wasn't in that top 25. Ryan Mountcastle, Alec Bohm, which I probably won't be going to Alec Bohm. I want to. Jose Ramirez, Christian Yelich, Adley Rushman, Jordan Westberg, Profar, Santander, Cronenworth, Trey Turner, somebody I liked. Nemo is on the straight. Gunnar Henderson, way down there. Stephen Kwan, way down there, bro. Those guys didn't even make their top 25. Bryce Harper, of course, the pitching matchup I see. Eloy, mm, mm. Any more names that's popping out, still popping out, ain't popping out? Um, hmm, that's interesting, man. That's interesting. That's fucking interesting. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Peace out, man. I'm about to get up out of here. All right. Make sure y'all check the lineups and stuff like that. It is what it is. Jay Brophy says take Baltimore -1.5 for real. I can't talk to y'all for that. I can't talk to y'all for that. I might tell you on that. I might tell you on that. I cannot, man. That motherfucker, Allen, he should get his ass tore up today, shouldn't he? Bro, if y'all looked at the numbers, man, all those righties, man, all those righties look really, 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 really good, man. Straight up. I think what I'm thinking about doing, I'm telling you, this is what I'm really thinking about doing. This is what I'm thinking about doing. I don't know how long you've been in the chat, but I'm thinking about I'm seriously thinking about laddering up their runs. That's what I'm thinking. So I'll take what I'm taking, what I'm on. I might take the 1.5 because that should hit, could hit rather. I ain't gonna say should. It should hit. I might tell you on that. How about that? But I'm gonna take the 4.5 and runs over, and I'm coming. I think I'm gonna take them. I think I'm gonna take them for 6.5, 7.5, and 8.5. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna ladder they total. About 5 minutes, I like your style to play. Man, that's what's up, man. I don't know if you ain't subscribed, subscribe, man. And subscribe, and it is what it is, man. Subscribe, and it is what it is. And come on, join the discussion, man. Join the discussion. Tell a friend. I don't know if this is your first time hitting the channel, but it is what it is, bro. Just did. All right, appreciate it, man. Look forward to see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I think we got early games, right? So let me see what we got Wednesday and how I think I can do this, right? Because I'm getting ready to go work. I get off at like 12 at night. Then I have to come on in the morning and do this shit. This is a lot of work. So we got one. Okay, so we don't have early games tomorrow. All right. Wednesday. No, 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 no. Today, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday we got early games. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games. Damn, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 early games. All the games early, 7, 8 really early games. If I can knock them 8 out and come on here, what's my take on the Phillies? Turner's back, and the runs keep coming. Turner looked okay. Looked okay. Um, what I would say here was what I was saying is I didn't too much give out anything for that game, right? I didn't too much give out anything for that game. Um, but we got a good pitching matchup. I can see no runs first inning hit right here, but it can easily get blew up because we got some guys. I mean, when you got Schwarber leading off, it's hard. It's hard to get it. It's hard to, it's especially in June. So I was looking at no runs first inning, but you got some Schwarber and man, man. Harper, one swing of the bat, they can kill that. But at the end of the day, it's Philadelphia money lines are nothing for me, first and foremost. If anybody can hit Scooble, it's this few group of guys they got going on in here. Bats, I get a lean towards Philly. They not, the Detroit Bats are that's not sexy enough, right? You say it feels Turner's back and the runs keep coming. So, and a testament to what you said, I just feel like if anybody can hit Scooble, it could be this team. Now, can Philly sell? They can sell. Have Philly been hot? Yes, they've been hot. They've been showing themselves to been coming over adversity all season long. I would say, if you go on the Philly route, it's a long season. Stay within your bankroll, lay a little something on it to where you ain't got to cry if they hit, if you lose, and let's keep on moving. And both of them pitchers, yeah, yeah. Or you can look at, like I said, if you're gonna look at the over, you can probably look at Phil's money line, and you can probably look at the team total over. It ain't a guarantee that they gonna help you get over. Uh, it ain't the guarantee that the Detroit gonna help you get out over, right? So if you look at a team total, if you look at the over, I would look at Philly's team total first, if that's what you like. I would look at their team total first because team Philly can go out there and put up 7 runs and blank their ass, and you can't hit the over. You see what I'm saying? Or Philly can go out there and put up 5 runs. It could be 5-2, depending on who you like to put up runs. I would lean towards their team total because it's yeah, because it's a good pitching matchup. Now, me, what I do like is what I do like what I'm gonna end what I'm gonna probably put I'm probably gonna pull the trigger. Strong lean for me is the over pitching outs for Suarez at plus 126. I'm really thinking about going there. I'm really thinking about going there. I got time to think about it, and his strikeouts was something that I was probably looking at as well. So his strikeouts is 4.5. He's hit this number 11 of his last 15 games, and his pitching outs. I'm considering going there. He's only 6 for 15, but I'm considering going there. But at the end of the day, like I said, that's what I got. I got to get ready to get out of here. I'll give you guys another quick brief rundown right there, just in case you guys want to come back and just look and see what was in that player pool of mine. I'm gonna just roll it right there. So if you want to come back and look at the end of this, look at the end, and then it is what it is, right? So that was what was in the player pool for me. So it is what it is, man. All right, for sure. All right. Peace out.